Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is CoinsKid. If you've not subscribed already, please do subscribe. After much request, I'm going to take a look at Coti. This is on a weekly time frame here, and it's trading on, well, this particular ticker was trading on KuCoin. It's Coti versus Tether, guys. Okay, so you click on it, and we're bringing up the weekly chart on a logarithmic timescale, because we'll have a look and see what we can see. Just diving into the chart right here then, and what we'll do is just set some support lines, guys, and resistance and support lines. So I would say that this is a level of resistance just there. As we moved up, obviously you can see that, and then obviously we formed this level here as a resistance of support. You see that we're moving up. Let's bring this a little bit up there like that, guys, so we get as many touches as we can. And you can see this is basically a broadening ascending wedge, guys. So as it's gone up, it's got higher and higher, and it's pushing the wedge up. You can see that we hit that level of resistance there at the top of the wedge, but we've actually broke out. Okay, so that's really good. We look a bit overextended, to be honest with you guys, on the weekly time frame here. We've got quite far away from the EMAs. A pullback would not be out of the question at this point. I can see that we've shot right up. We've wicked right up there to that level, which is current high is about 40 cents, I think. So we're currently trading at 36 cents. On KuCoin versus USDT. You can see that initially when it was listed, it had this massive wick here, so obviously someone was selling it up at that price, and I believe that we'll drop target on that now. Sometimes you can ignore these wicks, guys, but they do interfere with the charts, which is pretty annoying. But anyway, that is potentially its all-time high. I'll have to check on CoinsKid at the moment, see what the all-time high is, but at the moment in a current trend, this is the high up here, guys. Okay, so that's the setting for us that we need to be looking to get towards, is up there at like roughly 39 cents, 40 cents on the dollar. As you can see, we broke down. We found a bottom here in this level here, so that is a current bottom. So yeah, it looks positive. We are pushing up, and we have had a correction there, which was in March of last year. The corona dump, obviously, like everything else, but since then we have been going up progressively in this broadening wedge, finding resistance at the top. And obviously we've recently broken out a couple of weeks ago, and it does look like we're entering to a new paradigm for Coti. What we'll do, we'll bring out the fib levels on this. We know that was roughly our top there. Okay, so we come down to the bottom and we drop it on the top there. And you can see that from this potential top here, this impulsive move here down, this corrective wave down here to the bottom of the fib where we bottomed at, and as we've pushed up, we've tested these fib levels. As you can see, there's been a lot of trading going on the 0236. We struggled to get above it for a long time there. We got rejected, came back down into this broadening channel here, and as you can see, we've got bought back up. Bit of resistance on that 236. Got right up, started to push through these fib levels there, and as we got to the 0618, you can see we got rejected there in the golden ratio, the golden pocket there, got rejected, and we came back down in a correction, and we basically bounced off the 0236 again. So it's acting beautifully off the fibs, and then since then we've pushed up. We've actually busted through the golden pocket, we've got away from the EMA, and now we've actually broke through to the extensions, and we're looking at the 161, guys, and that's there at 0.20 cents. You can see that we were acting as a bit of resistance for a couple of weeks there. Decided what I want to do, but as soon as it broke out, it got through it. You can see it's absolutely smashed it up. It's gone through the 2.618, and it's absolutely flying. But what wouldn't be out of the question here is a pullback to these levels, guys, as a test of support. So you know, it is doing really well, but potentially you could see us pull back, especially to the 2.68, guys. Yeah, it's sitting at 32 cents. We may have a pullback to that, and then you may see us come back to this 1618 as well, guys, at 20 cents. We may see a bit of a blow off top here where we go up and we come back down, and we may fall back into this broadening wedge, guys, just as a test of support moving forward. So yeah, but it does look good. Coti looks good. It's very, very strong in the market there, guys. Really, really, really strong. So let's dive in onto a low time frame and see what we can see for Coti, guys. Okay. So you can see on Coti on the 4-hourly time frame, we've got a high level of volume there, guys. So the volume's picking up on Coti, which is positive. The RSI is slightly overbought, not too bad. We'll bring up a MACD. The MACD sits a little bit high, so you can see we've painted that bearish cross there on the MACD, hence the correction there, guys. We had that correction, we've come back down. We tested, like I said to you, we always see a retest of these 20 EMAs, guys, in an uptrend. We are in an uptrend. This is a very, very strong uptrend as well that we find ourselves in for CoTi. We did form this bullish cross here. We did form that bullish cross way back there on the 4-hourly time frame, you can see, at 5 cents, and ever since then we've just absolutely took off for CoTi. And it's just flying. It's absolutely flying, guys. But I would expect a pullback to this 55 EMA, guys, and relatively quite soon as well, because you can see that we have pulled back to it. Okay, in these uptrends here, in these massive, when we get above it here, you could effectively say what we're looking at here is a rinse repeat pattern of this particular pattern just here, where we got really far away from the EMAs. Okay. We came back down, we tested the 20 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame just there. We went up, looked like we were pushing up again, and then we come back down. This is a dead cat bounce, guys, just there. It's called a dead cat bounce because you make the high, you come back down, you test the EMA, you come back up, and then you get rejected. So it's basically a dead cat bounce. And what you want to see there is a fall back down to this 55 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame before continuation of an uptrend. So if you look at this particular pattern that played out there, guys, for CoTi, you can potentially see that we are forming a very similar pattern where we've got really far away from the EMA there, just there. We've got really far away on that high. We came back down there. We've sort of bounced off the 20 EMA there. We started to push up a little bit, but then we got rejected, fell back through it, tested the 55 EMA there as support. So we could, you know, and that would be perfectly healthy. You can see it's happened numerous times here in this uptrend for CoTi. It is quite far ahead of itself, sitting at 35 cents. So moving forward, we could basically say that that is the current local top at the moment for CoTi. Not financial advice, but we could potentially looking at a bit of a blow off top. It's come back down. It's bounced off the 20 EMA here, guys, and it's pushing up again, and it probably will form a bit of a dead cat bounce there. Come back down and test this 55 EMA as it creeps up with the price. And just there, if you're not in CoTi already, then I would advise, given its current trajectory and trend and the fact that the volume stepping in now and those fib levels that we've looked at and the fib extensions, you may be looking at a retest, and I think that a 55 EMA retest would be a great buy zone, guys, and that could creep up, and we could potentially see it creep up to something like this. So over the next couple of days we see that correction down to there to the 55 EMA, so you could potentially be looking at a 29 cent retest of the 55 EMA up here, guys, as support moving forwards. So from this point here, we could say potentially you may be looking, it's not financial advice, guys, you may be looking at a retest to come down here of this EMA catch up. So from that particular point there, you may be looking at a correction from there down to that EMA of roughly 15%. Again, it's not an exact science, guys, it's just something I'm seeing in the charts. Things do happen to repeat themselves, and you can see in this entire uptrend here, beautiful, but we do come back to this 55 EMA, as I have stipulated on all the charts. A retest of the 55 EMA is critical for support moving forward. We may not do that. We may just bounce off this 20 just there and just continue, but potentially a sign you can look for of a retest of that 55 EMA that is, you know, a more of a confluence to confirm that we will potentially coming down there is this dead cat bounce. So basically, if we have gone up here like this, okay, we've gone up, we topped out, we're coming back down, we're touching the 20 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame there, we're coming back up, we get rejected. That, if we come back down and we fall through there, then that is confirmation that we're definitely going to come and touch that 55 EMA as support. And you can see that sometimes we do sort of fall under the EMA, so you could possibly set your buy zone just under the 55 EMA as we do come back down and test it. So you could potentially be looking at a 29 cent CoTi token to get back into the uptrend, guys, as a rebuy zone there. So again, if you was to short from here, I don't know if you can short it yet. I don't know. I've not looked at shorting it, guys, but you could potentially be looking at a short down there to that level, from there down. Set yourself a bit of a small stop loss, guys, couple of percent there, and you could be looking, you know, a 15%, 16% short trade there. So just something to think about for CoinsKid, guys. But yeah, super bullish. A retest of this 55 EMA would be perfectly healthy, and it looks like it's potentially on the cards. I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it's not, but definitely something to look at, guys, and keep an eye on CoinsKid. But it's had a very parabolic growth, guys, and I'm sure it will continue. But again, if we refer back to the weekly logarithmic scale chart there, guys, we have got a bit above those fib extensions, and a healthy retest, especially of the 0.618, the 1.618, sorry, will bring us back into that continuation trajectory for CoinsKid, guys. So just a quick analysis on CoinsKid there for those that have requested and asked it in the channel. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. And yeah, let's keep pushing forward in this market. I'll catch you in another video. Bye bye.